From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people.
Pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people.
Every 3 minutes, someone gains permanent residency in Australia.
I feel Aussie.
But every year, more than 40,000 people are rejected.
How can I go? I've got my wife, my kids.
People are being removed from Australia who, in my opinion, should be allowed to stay.
They come here for love.
We are afraid that we might not be here for the wedding.
For money.
Who knows, I'll have 10 restaurants before I get my tribunal date.
For family.
These people haven't met Kieran. He's just a number.
For safety.
I'm expecting the Australian government would look after me as a stateless person.
Our immigration laws are among the toughest in the world.
The law changes every 3 or 4 months, 5 months.
Killing with a piece of paper is worse than killing by a bullet.
The tribunal is now in session.
For close to a year, our cameras captured the moments that matter.
The decision will be a matter of life and death.
To the ones who want to call Australia home.
We belong here. This is our home.
In the fight of their lives.
I just want to know what my chances are.
The answer is, I don't know.
I'm just giving you a call to let you know a decision came in today.
In this episode, a family faces being torn apart.
If Viona doesn't get the visa, she would have to leave Australia.
And forced family separations are often the end result of visa refusals or cancellations.
So I've got a hearing coming up. It's the cancellation of a partner visa on the grounds of false and misleading information. The question is, has your sponsor been in any previous relationships? And he says he thought it was asking, has your sponsor been in any previous marriages? Yeah, the stupidity defence, yeah.
Barrister and migration agent Nick Poynder is acting for an Australian citizen and his Indonesian-born wife facing deportation because of a crucial error they made on their partner application form.
Harry is an Australian citizen who met an Indonesian citizen, Viona, through friends and family. They got married in mid-2015 and then Viona lodged an application for a partner visa, which is a visa to remain in Australia as the wife of Harry.
The first man I like to be together with my wife, and I can't wait to see her in Australia. You know, the photo of the mobile phone looked like beautiful, you know, very nice looking, you know what I mean? But she come to Australia, oh my God, you don't want to know. Because she wearing, you know, like beautiful clothes, you know what I mean? Like normal clothes, oh my God. I'm wearing jeans with the towel, you know, like look handsome man to meet her.
Love is not what you look like, but hard.
Yeah, I know, I understand it's hard, but, you know, you just came here like you were playing soccer or something.
Hi, Vivi, how are you?
Harry and Viona have 2 Australian-born children together, Jonathan, who's 2, and Jeremiah, who's 1. Their family may be broken apart because Harry failed to list all his previous relationships on Viona's visa application.
Now, your case, Viona, is that you were refused a partner visa on the grounds that misleading information was put in with your application.
The couple have brought a translator with them. If Harry was unclear on his application, he needs to be crystal clear at his appeal in 2 weeks.
So Harry's been in 3 previous relationships, and in the application form you only put down 2 of your previous relationships. When Harry failed to mention that 3rd relationship, it may have seemed like something small to him, but for the Department of Immigration, it's a big issue.
Harry's been married twice before and was in another long-term relationship which the department says he deliberately didn't tell them about.
Now, it's important to remember what the question was that was answered in your visa application. The question was, have you been in any previous relationships? The question was not, have you previously been married?
Yeah, I think that's a wrong perception.
As I understand things, you took the word relationships to mean marriages.
Nick will have to prove Harry made a simple mistake and didn't deliberately lie to the department.
The law provides that if you have made an incorrect statement in relation to your application, it will be refused. There is a discretionary consideration in the sense that that requirement can be waived on compelling, compassionate grounds.
If Viona doesn't get the visa, she would have to leave Australia.
Why? Why does she have to leave Australia?
Oh, because she won't have a visa. So you've got to decide on a plan about what you'll do if Viona doesn't get the visa. Would the children go with Viona to Indonesia?
No, they can't go back to Indonesia. In Australia, they got Medicare.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, that's 100%. But if what happens is something wrong in Indonesia, and we need to pay the doctor.
That's one thing you can say about why you wouldn't be comfortable living in Indonesia. That means Harry and, of course, the kids who remain in Australia will be separated from Viona, which is a terrible outcome for young kids, at least, and for Harry as well.
It's not fair. I'm an Australian. I live in 37 years in this country, you know.
Dengar mesti pisah tu.
So separation is basically very hard for her, as you can see that.
If it's going to affect the children, that will be a big issue for the tribunal to consider.
For Harry and Viona, there's only one option if she doesn't get her visa.
If we go back to Indonesia, she doesn't have a job there. You know, well, that's why I worry.
They think the children will be better off in Australia.
It's hard for me if I live in Indonesia by myself only. No kid, no husband. It's very hard. I can't live without them.
Tribunal members and decision makers just can't make decisions because they think it's the right thing or they think it's fair. There is a whole set of guidelines about how those decisions should be made, and we need to comply with the rules.
If the appeal is unsuccessful, Viona will be deported. Her fate will be determined in 2 weeks' time. Today, barrister Nick Poynder is working hard to help his clients Harry and Viona convince the tribunal to overturn their partner visa refusal.
Hello. How are you going?
Oh, good day.
Hello, Harry. How are you?
Good day.
Good to see you.
If they fail, Viona will be deported, leaving her 2 children and husband behind.
Big day today.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I just want to go through with you a couple of things. Just the evidence, the order that we're doing it in. Any barrister will tell you that you've got to prep your witnesses before the hearing. They have to know what the procedure's going to be, but also we like to know what they're likely to say before they start talking. We don't like surprises. You'll tell the tribunal your decision that you're going to go back to Indonesia if the visa is refused, and you'll say how that will affect you, but also Harry and the kids.
Viona needs to convince the tribunal that she shouldn't be separated from her children, and Harry must prove that he wasn't being dishonest.
The main thing for you, Harry, is, of course, why you didn't give information about your second relationship, and you weren't being dishonest, as I understand it. It was just your misunderstanding. My fear is that the tribunal will come up with a reason that I haven't thought of, and Harry won't be able to answer it. All right, so how are you feeling, OK?
Oh, very nervous.
Yeah. Deep breaths, deep breaths. OK, let's go. Come on.
While their case will be heard today, it will be some weeks before they receive an outcome.
See, if Viona loses this case at the hearing, she has 28 days to leave Australia. 28 days to reorganise themselves, for Viona to leave the kids, pack up and return to Indonesia.
The process in the tribunal is a bit different to the process in the departments, who make the decisions that we review. We're not the voice of the government. We are quite independent. This is the opportunity for the person who has had their visa refused, where they can come to the tribunal and they can explain their story in far more detail than they may have had that sort of opportunity before the department.
It's a long day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go out here, shall we?
The hearing took 2 hours. For Harry, it didn't go well.
When the member said he doesn't believe you, I said afterwards to the tribunal, well, we still say that we should be believed, so we didn't give up on that point. It was a mixed hearing. Harry really didn't get much of a chance to give his account because the tribunal member, right from the start, seemed to think that he had been dishonest.
Harry's explanation for miscounting the number of relationships he's had was not convincing, but it's Viona who could pay the price.
The Department of Immigration can't do anything to you because you're an Australian citizen, so you're safe. It's Viona who we're concerned about.
Yeah,
So-
I just worry about her.
Yeah. Viona was really good on the compassionate issue, that is in relation to the kids, and I just don't know what this member's going to be like on that. You'd hope that he'd be sympathetic, but I couldn't tell at the end of the hearing. Leaves us up in the air a little bit.
My husband and my baby is my life, it's my happiness. If I'm far from there, it's hard for me.
In the meantime, they just have to wait and try and put it out of their minds. There's nothing they can do now to change it. As I say, it's in the can, and let's wait for the result.
It's been a week since Harry and Viona's hearing at the Administrative Appeals Tribunal, and barrister Nick Poynder has received a response.
I've got an email from the Department of Immigration.
Harry and Viona pled their case before the tribunal to overturn the department's rejection of Viona's partner visa application. They've received a mixed response.
Okay, so this is a decision. Based on the evidence provided, the tribunal did not find the sponsor, Harry's the sponsor, of course, did not find the sponsor to be a credible witness, and it appeared that he willfully withheld his relationship from the applicant and the department. So it's a bit disappointing. Harry's criticised there for withholding that information about that relationship on the one hand, although on the other hand, he's recognised for his parenting and spouse role with Viona. The nature of these cases is that every case you lose, your clients might have to leave Australia. Every case you win, they get to stay.
It's crunch time for the family. If their appeal has been rejected, Viona will have to go back to Indonesia and leave her children and husband behind.
Hello?
Harry?
Yes. Who's this?
Nick here. Nick.
Oh, yeah. How are you, Nick?
I'm well, how are you?
Not bad, thanks. So what happened?
Is Viona there?
Yeah.
Great. OK, good news. We won.
You won?
We won. Yep.
Really?
Yep. Viona won.
Oh, you got visa already.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh,
The tribunal may not have believed Harry, but Viona's plea not to be separated from her children was enough to get her visa.
We got it.
I love you.
Say God.
Yes.
Thank God. Appreciate it. We pray together.
Oh,
Fantastic news. It's always great when you have a win. They say you shouldn't celebrate the wins too much and then the losses don't hurt as much, but you can't help yourself but be pleased when someone like Viona gets her visa and gets to stay in Australia. She had a good, strong case. The kids are fantastic, and that was what won the case for us.
Yeah,